All right. Well, today on the show, we are welcoming Derek Rubis. I guess I should say Matt Wisner Rubis is the latest name on Instagram. So maybe let's start there. Why Matt Wisner? Why is he the go-to name at the moment?
I love him as a runner, and he's one of my man bun goals. So
man bun goals, yeah, I like it.
That's good. So how often do you change the name?
I know on Facebook it's every 60 days. I can that has to be on, but whenever I feel like it.
Do you know what you're going to change it to next, or are you just waiting for the next inspiration?
I'm just waiting.
Would probably be at USA's, or do you coincide it with a specific event, or is it just on the whim?
Just inspiration.
I like it.
Love it.
Speaking of USA's, do we want to dive right into some pre-meet coverage?
Yeah, let's do it. So what we thought would be fun is with the USA Championships coming up this weekend, we want to hear who you think is going to make the team do well and talk through some of the races. So how about let's start, where should we start? I guess what's your favorite event on the track? Rubis, which event do you want us to start with?
I'm a big 10K and steeple because I did that in college.
Ooh. Perfect. Well, steeple, let's go with the steeple since the 10K already happened. Let's go there. Who are you thinking is going to make the team for, we can start men or women, whatever you prefer. Who are you got your eye on in that steeplechase?
I have an underdog in the men's steeple.
Okay, let's hear it.
I have Parker Stokes from Georgetown.
Sure. 8:18.
Yeah,
that's cooking.
Yeah. And what makes you think that? And just watching him race this season, you think he's got a lot of room to improve?
And I thought he was gonna win at D1. So yeah.
Okay. Who else do you have to make that men's steeple team?
Hillary Bohr.
Good choice.
Sure.
And Mason Furlock.
Okay,
I like that.
Okay, that's good. That's a good team. It's a good team. How about on the women's side? Who are you thinking?
That's the easiest one. Courtney, and Emma.
Double Courtneys. All right.
Easy peasy.
I don't know. You're not including Valerie Constein in there, and she just made the Olympic team. So I don't know. You think Courtney over Valerie?
Yeah. I like the way Wayman race at D1s, and yeah.
All right, perfect. Let's go. How about the 5K on the? Let's start on the men's side. This is a really jam-packed, talented field. So it's gonna probably depend on how the race plays out. But who are you thinking?
Grant Fisher, Paul Chalima. And I had the third one is going to be tough.
That's a tough one.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the third one.
Okay,
it's a toss up.
Who would you?
Those two for sure.
Who are you rooting for? Maybe not who you think would win, but who are you rooting for?
Chalima.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all these other good guys on here, McGordy, Cole Hawker, Lopez Lemong, Cooper Tier, Abdi Noor.
Yeah, the 13 flat
Woody?
to 13:10 range is jam-packed.
I got my third now.
Okay.
Cooper.
All
right.
Okay. He's going to be doubling back from the 15, so...
He's one of my best friends, so yeah, I have to go for him.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Cooper's a good guy. It's hard not to root for him.
Yeah, we'll be rooting for him, too, as a friend of the pod. Okay, how about the women? Who do you think for the 5K?
I've got a dark horse in there.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Ellie Hennis.
Okay.
Oh, I like that pick.
Space Buns. We love Ellie. Space Buns all the way.
Yeah, I'm a big Ellie Hennis fan. I'm going to do Space Buns for the race. So.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think Winnie's going to win it.
Okay.
So Winnie Clyde for the win, and I think at least Craney.
Yeah, she certainly got the best PB, but as we saw in the 10K earlier this season, best PB does not equal winner of the race.
It's true. It's true. Carissa,
and I think she's better in the 5 than the 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
A little bit shorter. Gets to play into her kick a little bit more.
And she's my favorite Bowerman girl.
Ooh, how about the other Bowerman rep with Carissa Schweitzer? Where do you place her in the 5?
Do
you think 4th?
Out of contention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now he's gonna get her on the last lap.
Ooh, I like that.
It's gonna be a good race. Do you bet on track and field at all? I know in some places you can start betting on track and field. Like, are you confident enough in your answers that you would place bets on people?
Yeah, I've had bets and they became tattoos. Because at my FSU, the 2 guys got top 20 at Cross Nationals last year. I bet with them and I got it. The NC State girls, I had a bet with Dom Scott if they won indoor nationals. And she texted me engagement, win, and tattoo. And I'm going, what the heck are you talking about? She goes, I got engaged. I won my races, and you have to get the tattoo now.
Damn, she held you to your word. You gotta flip the script and start. You gotta start getting other people if they lose the bets to get tattoos.
Yeah, and I still have to get the Bryce Hoppel one because I bet him if you went 19-0, that I would get the Kansas Jayhawk.
Oh, the Jayhawk's a good. That's a good tattoo, I think.
That is a good tattoo. Yeah. So how many different running related tattoos do you have?
About right now it's 25.
Oh wow!
I can't get any right now because of my cancer thing.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. So you gotta the other ones are just waiting in the wings. How many of those tattoos are?
They're waiting in the wings.
Okay. How many of those tattoos are college teams versus like pro teams? Like I know you have a Tin Man Elite logo as well. So what's the mix between college and pro?
Yeah, and I have the West Fly.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah, because Everett was mad for getting the Tin Man, so he's like, "You better get the West Fly." And they were up in Flagstaff, and he's like, "I'm paying for it." So he paid for it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm of the opinion that for most of these, like you should get them paid for sure.
Yeah, if you're advertising for someone's team, like they should be paying for it for sure.
Yeah. My Indiana one was paid for as well. Yeah.
Very cool.
All right, so you're on the trend of getting them paid for. That's good.
That is good.
Yeah.
So what does it take to get a Beer Mile podcast tattoo on there? What do you need us to do for you?
I have no clue. I just make the bet. And yeah.
We'll have to think on that for maybe USA's this upcoming weekend.
Yeah, we'll think of something.
We'll scheme something over and send it to you on Insta.
You beat Ned from Catfish and a Beer Mile. That would be it.
If I can get him, to do a Beer Mile,
that'd be big.
We'll definitely race him in a Beer Mile. Yeah, okay, that's a fair bet.
I like that.
We'll have some work to do. We'll see if we can get him out for a Beer Mile. I like that
because I know you guys can beat him.
I would assume so. Yes, that would be my guess.
Unless he's got a secret talent,
secret stomach.
You know?
Yeah. Have you ever done a Beer Mile, Rubis?
Nope, never drank, never. I had only 4 drinks in my life, and that was it.
Got it. Have you ever spectated anyone doing a Beer Mile?
Nope.
No?
I watched the one with when Nick Simmons did
the flow track one.
Yeah.
Way back one.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk. Let's get into the 1500 meter for USA's this weekend. We got kind of a little bit of a crapshoot in the men's field, at least in my opinion, for the 15. What do you think, Rubis? Who do you have in the men's 15?
Cole's gonna be a lock.
Cole's the lock of the century.
No Centrowitz. The other two are a crapshoot.
Yeah. I mean, the amount of 334, 335 guys is pretty much the entire field.
I mean, I was going to say Craig Engels, but he's not racing.
Yeah, it's a bummer that he got hurt and lost some training because he usually shows up big for any championship races. So you said Cole's a lock, but Cooper has beaten Cole in the 15 more than Cole has beaten Cooper. So is Cooper also a lock?
I'd say more for the 5K than the 15.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like that.
Okay.
I think that's better. I think that's his better event.
Yeah, a little more of an endurance guy for sure. What about what do you think of Jared Naguse? He was kind of off the map for a little bit there, but he's back.
I think fourth.
Just outside.
Oh no. The worst place to be. Well, I don't know about the worst place to be. I guess last is probably the worst place to be.
At USA's, I don't know. That's
fourth. That's tough. Fourth is
a heartbreak.
I have a British guy. I have the British guy winning the Worlds. So I have Josh Kerr winning Worlds. So.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if what Jakob and Ollie Hoare are gonna think about that. They would probably say that Josh is more likely to get that bronze again, but.
Those are my three for the top three at Worlds. Yeah.
Okay, but Josh Kerr on top. That's a hot take. That is very hot take.
Yeah. Okay. It's going to be Jakob's worst race. He's going to get third to Ollie second and Josh Kerr first.
The hottest of takes.
That's a hot take. I like that. That'd be cool to see it play out that way. Awesome. How about in the women's 15? We got a lot of women between like 358 and 404.
Yeah.
So this is a tough field too.
This is easy.
Oh, easy. Okay.
This is easy.
Who you got?
Ellie Peary, Josette Norris, and my idol, Nikki Hiltz.
Ooh, all right.
Okay. And Nikki Hiltz's time has come. I like that. Man,
they had a good opener at
I'm gonna finally get to meet my idol.
Who do you
October 2nd? I finally get to
for the for the women's 15. Who do you have placing just outside, 4th and 5th?
Just outside Corey.
Okay.
Corey McGee.
Hopefully, we're not cursing anybody.
One of my best friends.
Oh, I mean, you're leaving out here, friends of the Beer Mile podcast, Sinclair Johnson, Krista Schweitzer, Heather McLean. I mean, I don't know. They might have something to say about the top 3 spots.
I think it's going to be a fight for that third place between Sinclair, Nikki, and Corey.
Yeah, and they're all pretty good kickers too, so it'll be a good race that last 200 meters. Do you think what's your prediction on like how fast these races go at US? Do you think a lot of these distance races are going to be tactical, or do you think that people are going to try to run fast times?
I think in the finals it'll be fast, but not in the prelims or semifinals.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like there's always the running joke that the women will always take things much more seriously and get good times out there, and the men will just leave it to the last lap.
It usually is a more honest race on the women's side. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah. Okay. 800 meters.
Maybe for men, maybe the closest event, I would say.
Men's 800. Who do you think?
Bryce Hoppa, Donovan Brazier, and I don't know if Miller made it. Did Miller make it?
Yes, he's in.
Okay, then Miller third.
Oh, no Clayton. No Clayton? Oh, that's crazy.
It's going to be between him and Miller for the third place.
Okay.
For those two, yeah.
Well, Bryce
Over the
Hoppa.
last 150 meters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you heard it here first. All these we're going to be watching for all these predictions and see how accurate you are come the races this weekend. We're going to be excited to see.
Could be big.
On the women's side, do you have any locks for the 800?
I have Sage Hurta.
All right.
That's my biggest lock.
Let's go.
We were just talking like her, in the mark ranking down, she's probably 9th-ish, but I don't know. She's had a really good season so far.
Yeah, I think she's gonna peak at the right time. Have a good one.
And she's one of my favorites to watch. She's just awesome to watch.
She's very gritty.
Plus, on right now is just super hot. Can't go wrong.
And then I have Ajay Wilson and Raven.
Okay.
Also good picks.
All right.
Also good picks.
I think Raven's gonna win Worlds.
Damn.
Hot take.
Okay.
I like it.
Do you have any intel on how she's training right now? Is that why you're basing your decision on that, or?
Racing, I just think she's the best 800 female I've seen in a long time.
Cool.
I think, yeah.
Well, that's spicy.
I was going to say, if anyone's got insider knowledge, it's got to be Derek.
Do you follow the sprints as closely as you follow distance?
I have one favorite sprinter, and he's known as the Run Gun, part of Run Gun family, because his roommate in college was Nick Simmons' coach's son. So I'm hoping Devin Allen wins.
We are big Devin Allen fans as well. Yeah, he's still getting faster.
And I'm not a football fan, but if he makes it on Philadelphia Eagles, I'll be first in line for the jersey.
I love that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy that he dropped so much time. Like, he was battling for so long to break 13, and then now the floor just fell off, and then he ran 12.84.
Yeah.
So it's like he just found another,
gear,
ring of the ladder that he jumped up, which is really cool to see.
And I love the speed suit he's wearing.
He rocks it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So,
and I'm a big pole vaulting fan. He's from about 20 minutes away. We have the Arizona Pole Vaulting Academy from where I live. And I'm a big Trey Oates fan. He is like the coolest guy to watch jump, and he'll do anything. I mean, after they did a competition day, a couple of competition days, and I just was in awe. I'm like, I'm not filming him. I'm not taking pictures of him. I'm just
in the moment.
Every time you jump, I'm speechless. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I like the BYU guy, Caleb. I did my hair. Exactly like his. Yeah.
How often do you get to see different teams, like college or pro teams, out training? Do you try to go spectate practices and stuff while you're out there, or how often do you get to see them?
The city I live in, Santan Valley, I call it the middle of nowhere. I'm like an hour away from ASU, 3 hours away from Flagstaff, and about an hour and 42 minutes away from University of Arizona. So I can go every once in a while. My first practice back on the track, I had Ellie Perry and Colleen Quigley pacing me in my last 800 meters.
Wow,
that's cool.
Two hell of some pacers there.
Oh man, that broke the running world internet.
Yeah.
Kate did.
Yeah.
So I want to hear who your favorite pro teams are. Like, if you had to rank each professional team, in order of your favorite to watch, etc., who would you pick as your top?
My top is always Tin Man.
Okay.
I love the guy. I love what they stand for. They taught me a lot about Sam Parsons has taught me a lot about mindfulness and whatnot. So I use that a lot in my daily. Yeah.
And who?
So Tin Man's my favorite, and then I love Brooks Beast.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Have you met Danny Mackey?
Yeah, and we've become like brothers. It's so cool. He coached me for a week for my coach in Rubis, and he halfway through he's like, "So are you dead yet?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this is the hardest week I've ever had."
You've had like how many coaches have you had for coaching Rubis? Like in the 20s to 30s, right?
Over 400, I think 300 to 400. Yeah.
Holy shit! So how long has that been going on?
Kyle Merber was the first one, and because he said, "Does anybody?" He's like, "Does anybody need any coaches? I'll coach you for a week." And then him and Gags came up with the idea of having a different professional or D1, D2, D3 person coach me. Yeah. And it's going to be on hold for 4 weeks because I've got surgery on it was supposed to be July 13th, but got moved up to the 6th. So for 4 weeks, I can't race or do anything. So yeah.
Got it. So you have a couple weeks before then. So are you trying to get a lot of miles in then before the surgery?
Yeah. Over about 110 a week.
Wow. And that's during your chemo treatment, right?
Yeah. I just had my chemo and radiation for 5 weeks, and now I'm on my 4 weeks of nothing until my surgery.
Gotcha.
Man, yeah. Well, best wishes in that. That's wild. I can't run over. Well, maybe I could, but I don't run over 100 miles a week, and I have no reason not to. It's hard. I can't imagine you just maintaining that week in and week out. That's very impressive.
Yeah.
You've had a lot of
running's been my savior through this whole thing. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You've had a lot of like community outreach. Like what's kind of like walk us through how you feel about just like all the support that you've gotten over the last couple weeks.
The one that made me cry the most was when Nick Willis asked me if because I told him that, and he said, "Can I have your permission to put it out on social media?" And when he put it out, it was the most beautiful tweet I've ever seen. And then I just bawled. And then what the Duke guys did was really cool. They did a YouTube video for me, so that was really cool. I was like bawling through that. So yeah.
Yeah, that's really, yeah. The running community is very supportive of one another, which is why it's so awesome. I think it's different from most communities out there. So that's great to see.
Yeah, mostly a distances more than anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So when you're getting coached by different people all the time, are you always keeping your mileage like at 100 miles a week, roughly the same, and they're just giving you different workouts, or do some of them try to give you less mileage too?
I usually tell them about 90 miles a week, and then I say, "This is what this person's giving me this week." I tell them the week before, it's not Sunday before they start, and I'm like, "This is what this coach gives me and whatnot." And if they don't get to me by Saturday, I just make it up on my own. So I've coached myself a few times. Like last week, So I'm like, I want to get that Michigan workout in. So I'm like, okay, I'm coaching myself. That's like, I always say the harder the workout, the better I feel. So just give me the hardest workout, and I'm like, what time can I be there? what's my paces. And I'm like, I love it.
So, that's savage. So who's been the hardest coach so far? Was Danny Mackey the hardest, or has there been someone else who was harder?
I was the hardest.
Okay.
I mean, I got to Wednesday and I'm like, Danny, you're dead to me.
What's
He was like, I know.
what?
He goes, I do that to all my runners. They curse me.
What's a sample of a workout that he gave you, if you remember?
He just was asking me what I felt like doing, and I think the hardest was the pace he had me at the 1Ks, because I'm usually like 250s at the 350 at 1K. He's like, let's just go down to 340, and I'm like, okay. And it's only 60 seconds left. So I'm like, okay, you're dead now. Yeah.
So are you gonna? How soon after your surgery are you hoping to get another race in? Do you have anything planned on the calendar at this point, or just waiting and seeing how things go?
So if I'm okay to run outside this week, because I'm going to try, because I've been doing all my running inside, because I have to be close to a bathroom because of my bowels and everything.
Yeah.
Saturday I'm going to do Gabe's race.
Very cool.
The Brave Like Gabe race.
Yeah. Awesome. Good to hear.
And then hopefully NAU's race in August, and then Arizona, University of Arizona race in September, and then Nikki's race in October.
Oh yeah, because you'll be able to drive up to Flag then. It's a first year in person. Do you find having like events on the horizon helpful for dealing with both training, chemo, surgery?
Yeah. It's been like I said, it's been my savior. If I have nothing on, I told my mom, you're going to see a different side of me the 4 weeks that I'm not being able to run, and the 5 days I have to be in the hospital. So it's like, yeah, you're going to see a whole different side of me.
Preemptively apologizing.
Yeah. I think every runner can relate to that. We all share that. Things are a little different mentally when we don't have our running day in and day out. It's tougher.
Yeah.
So similar to, we talked about your favorite pro teams. So similar to that, I was curious what your favorite college teams are. I know you've gotten some good support from various teams. Like you said, you mentioned Duke, and I know Ole Miss and NAU. And so who are your favorite college teams to follow?
I love my Ole Miss guys to death. I'm the hugest Ryan Van Hoy fan. They say to us that we look like twins. Or the Oregon guys are a big one. NAU guys, and the D3 team that I helped coach at and ran for, which I'm wearing right now, Carroll University. They're in Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Oh, Waukesha is actually pretty close to us.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, I think
I helped coach them for like 10 to 11 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a long time. Perfect. Yeah. Well, I think we have a couple of questions that we want to do to close out and see, get your thoughts on these. So first one here, let's say you're starting your own pro team, and you get to draft, whoever you want for this pro team, and you only have, let's say, 5 spots on this team. Who are you drafting to be on your team?
Number 1 on the guy's side would be my friend Thomas Stein.
Okay.
From CU Pueblo. Nikki Heltz would be number 2. my idol beyond belief. Anything she does, I'm like, okay, I follow you to the ends of the earth. So I'm thrilled that I'm going to meet her. I'm going with an old school pick. At his prime, I love Matt Fleet.
Yeah.
So he'd be on there. He's like one of my favorite people on the whole entire earth. I would tell people to shut up while he was racing. Yeah, it was pretty bad. They're like, it's just a distance race. It's only 1,500. I'm like,
but it's
you don't understand how much I love Matt Fleet. I would go with Winnie Kaladi because she's like a little sister to me. And then I'm going Everett Smolder.
All right.
I love him. He's like the best thing in my been in my life.
You're probably pretty stoked that Cade Flatt is going to Ole Miss then, huh?
Yeah. I mean, without him, I don't think I'd be around in this world. So I'm thankful I have Smolders.
That's awesome. That's a cool lineup of a very diverse group of people there. So
I like that, yeah.
What brand, if you could pick like what your dream brand would be to sponsor that pro team, which brand would you want to work with?
I love Adidas.
Yeah.
My favorite spikes are the Tin Man ones. I'm like in love with them. I can't wait to get back on the track and just put them on. Yeah.
Very cool.
So, yeah.
I like it. Next one, actually, yeah, kind of speaking of maybe Cade, if you could bet on one high schooler and one current collegiate runner to have like the best outcome as a pro, who would your two picks be?
I would say this is a long shot. Lex Young.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm a huge fan of them, and they're like brothers to me, Lex and then college. Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna say Mario.
Yeah.
I like that pick.
Yep. He has really good racing savvy.
Especially for a collegiate.
Yeah, and he said his racing so reminds me of like the Tin Man guy. So I'm hoping they pick him up.
That'd be cool. A couple of good picks there. We'll see how it plays out. You never know when, high schoolers, especially high schoolers, they could be really good, really young, and that could lead to them being the best pro, or that could lead to them,
burning out in college.
Yeah, getting sick of running or whatever else. So you never know. But I think, definitely Mario is a very safe bet, having been as consistent as he is at the collegiate level. So it's a good choice.
Yeah, and I bet Lex is learning from his older brother, so he'll know what to do and stuff like that. So
exactly.
That's why I picked him.
Yeah, definitely. Nico is still getting faster, every season. So clearly,
something's working.
Yeah, something's working. Good genetics. Good brother to look up to. So yeah, I think that's a good pick too. Awesome. Is there anything you want to plug, or anything else you want to tell our listeners?
No, nothing big, nothing. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks so
much. I'm going to be gone for 4 weeks. Not running, and yeah.
We'll send much love.
Some sand and
yeah, let us know what we need our listeners to send you or provide you in terms of entertainment while you're out for 4 weeks.
Yeah, listeners, send some good messages his way.
Yeah, send video messages. I'm trying to get on other podcasts because that's on my bucket list. Hopefully I'll get on Chris's and Emma Abrahamson's and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, it was an honor to have you on, and good timing as well, getting to talk about the races this weekend. It's gonna be exciting to watch. I'm sure you're excited to watch the USA's, and we are too. So we'll see how many of those predictions come true.
Yeah, hopefully.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Rubis. Appreciate it.